So if you've been waiting to get a Switch and you think you'll benefit from having an OLED display, then maybe this is it. Go for it, right? So as for me, I'm still putting off games from the 3DS era that I haven't touched or finished, right? So I think I should probably work on finishing those games up before I buy an entirely new console with an entirely new set of games that I'll never play or finish. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get a Switch. You never know, right? Maybe one day. Who knows, right?
Hey everybody. Sure has been a minute, hasn't it? Been a while since I've made a video, so if you forgot who I am, hello, it's me, Bobby. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the world, personal life, everything gets a little bit complicated, kind of hard to schedule time to make and record a video that I would be happy with. I don't really ever like throwing stuff together for the sake of uploading it, so I always want to make sure I have the time to write it and record it and edit it as best as I can before I put it out there. So yeah, it finally happened. Never thought it would, to be honest, but I finally got a Nintendo Switch. I remember once telling a friend of mine that I would think about getting a Switch when it was first released back in 2017. I thought, but, as you might have already guessed, I never did. And now here we are, the year 2022, in the name of our Lord. And I have finally gotten a Nintendo Switch. And the OLED version, no less. But was it a good decision? Especially as someone who has been against getting a Switch for years, on the principle of being absolutely burned by the Wii U. You remember. The Wii U?
It's time for a whole new Nintendo experience. Wii owners and newcomers alike, it's time to play Wii U. Wii U is an entirely new technology and true successor to Wii.
Nevertheless, I decided to buy yet another Nintendo product. So, right off the bat, I have to say that the Nintendo Switch OLED makes me mad. It makes me mad because I should have bought one way earlier, and just a Switch in general, not just the OLED. So let's start with the screen, shall we? It's the main point of this whole console. It's great. In short, it's really good. Every game I've played on it looks great. The colors look good. It's really bright. It's actually good enough that I want to play on it handheld more than I do on the couch. It just looks that much better than what I have for a TV. It's really good handheld, obviously. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. I took it on a business trip with me to Las Vegas, and I played it all the way on the 4-hour plane ride, and honestly, it was freaking awesome. It was just really cool to be able to play Zelda, in the plane, popped up onto the back of someone else's chair with the Joy-Cons just laying back in a comfortable position. That was actually really fun, really awesome. It was really great being able to take some of my favorite games like Rayman Legends or Sonic Mania on the go, playing them on the airplane, all that. I was even able to pair my Bluetooth headphones to it and just pass the time. They had active noise canceling, so on a plane that just makes the experience much better. But yeah, it was great. I finally beat Breath of the Wild after 5 years of putting it on and off and not finishing it. There's definitely something that feels freeing about playing home console games, not only on the go, but literally anywhere you want. An airplane, the car, Sithi's house, and even in the bathroom. Side note though, this is really annoying. Apparently, the ability to pair Bluetooth headphones to the Switch was actually a new feature that was added later in an update. And I just don't understand. Why is Nintendo like this? Like, there are cheap Android phones that cost $50 that let you pair Bluetooth headphones right out of the box. Right out of the box. And you're telling me it took 3 whole years after launch for you to add that feature to your $350 or $300 console? Come on. What are you doing? The kickstand is actually nice and sturdy, unlike the original model where it's just that little flimsy stick that feels like it's going to break. The battery life is really good, actually. I haven't really had a problem with it playing Breath of the Wild and stuff like that. I think Breath of the Wild is probably the most intense game I've played on it, though, so, don't look at me as a prime example. I pretty much just play Stardew Valley and like a couple of other small, easy-to-run 2D games, so, And the fact that the dock has an Ethernet port is great. Even though I don't use it, it's still there. I have the choice. And that's what matters. Okay, what else is there? Oh, right, the Joy-Cons. I was worried about this because I thought they would be way too small for me to play comfortably on them. I mean, I don't have the largest hands, but, it was still kind of worrying. Luckily, it's not a problem. I've gotten used to it. I don't really feel the need to get larger Joy-Cons or any kind of alternatives like that. But honestly, when I play on the couch or on the TV, I just use the Pro Controller, and that's great. I really like that. It feels really good to use, and it feels really good to play with. Overall, the Switch OLED is a solid console, and it makes me wish that I got a Switch way sooner than when I actually did. I think I've finally been able to heal from the trauma that was the Wii U, and focus on having fun with Nintendo games again. Seriously though, being so disappointed time and time again with the Wii U made me hesitant to get a Switch at all. It took me some time to finally come around, like 5 years really, but I'm glad I finally pulled the trigger and got one. That's all for now, guys. Catch you later.